Hey, y'all, your fave astrologer is back again. It has been a little minute since I've been here, but of course, wanted to touch bases again and give you more astrological knowledge because every day I'm fascinated by what I learn, what I observe, what I see every day in the real world, and how it ties back to birth charts and natal placements and birth dates and all of those things. So, as someone who was a former person who would get online and just get so angry that people didn't work out, that they just were okay with just being super overweight and whatever. And the reason why we have the opinions that we do in life is based on our own, one, alignment, our own experiences in life. And prior to my knowledge, I just assumed everybody should have a love of health and fitness and working out and wanting to do that. But now I understand why it is not for everyone. But I did want to touch on your Jupiter placement and the fat on your body because what did I just say? Jupiter and the fat on your body because Jupiter in medical astrology does control fat. So therefore, of course, wherever your natal Jupiter placement is, that can help you understand why you are accumulating a lot of fat in that area. So I wanted to quickly go through the birth chart placements where your Jupiter is placed and what that means for you and your body. Now, of course, with astrology, giving any kind of blanketed statements for anything, you'd have to look at somebody's entire birth chart, but essentially, a lot of times this stuff is true based on the number of people who, again, that pattern repeats through multiple people, and it's like, oh, well, then maybe this is a thing. So, really quick, just gonna go through. If you have a Jupiter in the first or second house, a lot of times the fat for you can deposit in the face and in the neck. Now, I know a lot of people who have these placements and it's so like again, it's just so weird to see people like I mean that's literally them. Like they got a big neck, they got a big face, they have a lot of fat in that area and that's just what it is. This is not something to like make fun of people. This is just to say like what the heck like astrology really be astrologizing whenever it comes to again why you built like that, why you look like that. If you have Jupiter in the third house, you probably have a lot of fat in your hands. And you see people with like really puffy hands, really thick fingers. The top of their hands could have a lot of fat. That can be something that is seen with Jupiter in the third house. Again, it's not every single person, but that is a major observation. Now, if you have Jupiter in the fourth house, of course, that does mean that you could have a lot of fat in your torso or in your chest. Maybe big-breasted women or even men, having a lot of what do they call it? Like I don't know, there's a term for it where men have a lot of fat in their chest and then, guys make fun of them saying like you need a bra or something like that. There's just like a term for that. So again, if you have Jupiter in the fourth, your torso and chest can be pretty big. If you have Jupiter in the fifth house, now I've definitely seen this in the fifth and seventh house. People have like a really big like upper lower back, like even women that I know with these placements do have like very broad shoulders, I would say. Two that I've known for a very long time. And again, that's just what happens. The more fat they have on them, the top of their body just gets a little bit bigger. Again, that's just a thing. And if you have Jupiter in the sixth house, then you probably store a lot of fat in your abdomen, your belly fat, the belly fat that just won't go away, that is so frustrating that every other part of you is seemingly fit. And then there's that fat part of your stomach that just you just won't budge. If you have Jupiter in the eighth house, of course, that is the pelvic area, the pelvic region. Now, you know that term like fupa? I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that, but the fat above that area, that could be an indication. If you have Jupiter in the eighth house, that lower half of your abdomen could be a little bit bigger. There could be a lot more fat there. So just to be aware of that. Now, if you have Jupiter in the ninth house, definitely have seen this one. Jupiter in the ninth house, your legs, your hips, your butt could be a lot bigger, like a lot more fat there. Again, it could be male or female. Guys that just have a big lower half, hard time finding some pants and hard time finding things that fit them because there's just too much going on in the trunk, okay? If you have Jupiter in the 10th house or the 11th house, of course, you could have a lot more fat or at least bigger lower legs on the calf area. That can be something that is seen through you. You know, people who like you look at their calves like from far away, like you can see them from across the street. They're super huge. They might have Jupiter in the 11th house or in the 10th house. And then, of course, if you have Jupiter in the 12th house, in the 12th house, you probably have really fat feet. You know, maybe you need some wide shoes. Maybe you need to go up a size or two, you know. If that's something that you have seen, let me know. I just wanted to get on here really quick and just kind of collect some data whenever it comes to fat accumulation, your birth chart placements, why you built like that. And again, when you understand astrology and you learn things in depth, you learn to let a lot of stuff go. A lot of things are just beyond your control. And once you learn that, you kind of can detach from it. Yes, it can be very frustrating because it's like, wow, I was literally born like this. But again, it's to understand that you didn't do anything wrong. That's just kind of the energy that you've been given. Okay. So don't frustrate yourself. Don't get too overwhelmed if you know it's a little bit stubborn and you can't get rid of that thing. I understand, okay? I understand. Everybody got a Jupiter somewhere. Everybody got some placement somewhere dealing with something, okay? But again, just wanted to get on here really quick, talk about the Jupiter and the fat placement in your birth chart. And if you would like, of course, an in-depth analysis of your actual chart, I do that as well. I say I could do it all when it comes to, of course, medical astrology, definitely getting into that. Understanding too, I am a certified personal trainer here in the city. So health and fitness has always been a thing for me. And I know sometimes I get on here and joke and stuff, but I really do take it seriously. And so whenever it comes to, again, how you are aligned and the ailments that you could have, of course, that does tie to the birth chart. So go ahead and hit me up on any social media platform. Go to my website. We can book a, you know, a one-on-one, whatever you want to talk about. I am here. Okay. So I want to thank y'all again for watching and supporting me and all of that. Leave your placements below if this is something that you have seen in your chart. I want to hear about it.